Going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another rebuild. It is your boy J Narc, and we are rebuilding the Jacksonville Jaguars. We did do one previously, but I wasn't too much of a fan of that one, even though we did win Super Bowl MVP. But I felt like we could have done a way better job with the team. And so, with that being said, let's take a look at the lineup, what we're working with right now, before we make any moves. We got T-Law, James Robinson, Carlos Hyde, Travis Etienne's on IR, so he's gone for the time being. But our receivers are pretty nice. Offensive line is not too bad either. And we also have we don't have a tight end, which is a problem. Front seven is not the best, but we can pick some players up to make that move. I'm pretty sure Sidney Jones got traded to the Seahawks. I'm not too sure, but we can make some little upgrades to the D line, sign some players. Let's see what's available. But Travis Etienne is a free agent. No, he's on IR is what I meant to say. But we have a couple first round picks, nothing too crazy though. So I feel like our best bet is to maybe sign some free agents, just so we can kind of, like, you know, compete. One position I say we definitely do need is a tight end, and I think signing Trey Burton wouldn't be too bad. It gives us a solid number one tight end, which is pretty good. And they say we need a left outside linebacker. We could go with a veteran in Cameron Wake. You know what I'm saying? Go with the veteran Cameron Wake, see what he does for us, see what he can provide. We're just gonna sign all free agents right now, just so we can have some, you know, have a chance on the D line. You know what I'm saying? Bringing all these guys. Olivier Vernon's injured. Jarrell Casey retired. We signed Snacks. I'll sign Aldon Smith just so we have a huge rotation going on. So we bring in all these guys here. It shouldn't be too bad. I'll show you guys what the team looks like now that we added them. So this is the offense. All we did was add Trey Burton to the team, and we're keeping the offensive line the same. Defense, as we picked up Cameron Wake, he's going to start over Caleb Monchasson. And then we're going to have Aldon Smith and Snacks on the D-line. So veterans, but nonetheless, they should be able to help us out. I'm going to trade away Sidney Jones to the Seahawks for a pick. I'm pretty sure that's what they did. Sidney Jones got sent to the Seahawks, so I don't think that's too big of a deal. Give them Sidney Jones. Or actually, so he did get sent to the Seahawks. So we're going to give him there probably. We could try for a tight end. I know they have a couple. They have Will Dissly, Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett would fit our scheme, but we're gonna just give him up for a second. Hopefully that goes through. No, they don't want that second. If not, we'll go for a third. I feel like a third would be pretty good for that value. So a third round pick for Sidney Jones could go through. Nice. So we got a third for Sidney Jones, who was like our third corner. So that's pretty nice. So now that we made those moves, let's send him to the playoffs and see how well T-Law does in his first season. So holy crap, we ended up going 13-4. Titans went 10-7. Texans went 8-9, and Colts went 5-12. Oh my gosh, we went off this season. We went off. Holy crap. Trevor Lawrence was nowhere for leading on anything here, which makes no sense. But yo, none of our guys were leading on when it comes to statistics. But our offense was 9th. T-Law was 7th in passing yards and 6th in passing TDs, and our defense was 6th. 36 touchdowns, 13 picks for T-Law. Rushing, 1,200 yards, 11 TDs for James Robinson, while 10 TDs for our backup Divine Ozigbo. Receiving, Laviska had 1,100 yards, Marvin Jones had 900, Trey Burton had 780, DJ Chark had 100 catches, 10 TDs, and 799 yards. All reliable. Our defense, Josh Allen had 11 sacks, Shaquille Griffin had 5 picks. Aldon Smith had 10.5 sacks, so he helped out a lot. I'm glad we picked him up to help out. Snacks at 3.5. It was third most on the team. And then we had a good amount of interceptions, but Shaquille Griffin had a lot of picks that helped us go 13-4. So that right there is obviously amazing. We have a first round bye for sure. I'm gonna advance to next week, see who we're playing. So we are playing against the Titans, a divisional matchup. They were second in our team. Taven Bryan is back from injury. I want to see the lineup before we go into this matchup because we're looking pretty nice already. So T-Law is an 87. He went from a 78 to an 87 in one season. Holy crap. Offensive line, everyone's healthy. Receivers, DJ Chark's an 85. Marvin Jones is an 86. Laviska's an 81. Okay, so offense is looking elite. We're missing our Miles Jack, our middle linebacker. He's out for 2 weeks with a hamstring tear, so we're going to be missing our Mike. But our D-line is just okay. And corners are solid, too. Josh Allen's going to be leading the way. Cameron Wake didn't do much, actually. I forgot we picked him up as well, but hopefully those guys can get it done. We're facing the Titans. We got to stop Derrick Henry, so let's see if we get the job done. So we ended up losing 21-3, 21-13. And Laviska tore his labrum. Travis Etienne's back from injury, so that's a good thing. So we won 13-4 just to not even win a playoff game, which is kind of upsetting, to be honest. But nonetheless, it's a good first season for T-Law and the Jags, and our contract definitely would get extended. I'm gonna put some franchise points in just for the hell of it, even though we don't need to. So Super Bowl is Bears Titans this season. That's surprising, considering that you know, they were second in our division. T-Law made the Pro Bowl, which is really nice to see. James Robinson did as well. Receivers, DJ Chark did. Tight ends, no one. Offensive line, Brandon Linder made it, which is really nice to see. Defense, they didn't give it to Aldon Smith on the D-line, surprisingly. But they gave it to Josh Allen, Shaquille Griffin. Nice. Josh Lambar, kicker as well. So a couple of our players made it. T-Law probably got Rookie of the Year, which is really nice to see. We're going to advance to the next week as we have Bears-Titans for the Super Bowl. We get to upgrade our players. I know it's probably T-Law that got an upgrade for sure. Mr. Sheriff. But we're facing... Okay, so for the Super Bowl is Bears-Titans. Let's see who takes that W. And the Titans ended up losing 24-17 to the Bears. Justin Fields won Super Bowl MVP. We won Offensive Rookie of the Year, as well as our coach got Coach of the Year. So our rookie ended up winning the Super Bowl. That's very interesting how that starts off with. I want to see that game that we lost, though. I want to see that game that we lost. We lost to the team that went to Super Bowl. We had more yards. T-Law had 333 yards, but he threw 2 picks and also got sacked twice. And Derrick Henry had his way rushing the ball, but we had no problem throwing the ball. It was just the turnovers that got to us. Yeah, the turnovers that got to us, so that caused us the L. So, but that's fine. Rookie mistakes, you know what I'm saying for T-Law. But all we can do is keep making moves. You know what I'm saying? We went 13-4. That's pretty solid. So now we have to re-sign some players. Aldon Smith was great, but he's only getting older. We got DJ Chark. We're gonna re-sign him. I think he's a vital point for the future of this team, so we signed him back. Andrew Norwell wants a 1-year deal worth $9 million. We'll give him that. We'll give him about $10 million. He's not interested in signing. Franchise tag will make him at $12 million. We got AJ Cann, our right guard. I want to keep him around. He seems pretty solid, so we get him back. We got Trey Herndon, who I definitely want as a future piece on this team, as one of our corners. I like having him. We got Cam Robinson, our left tackle. I feel like he did a solid job holding up for us, so why not re-sign him? You know what I'm saying? We got Gerard Wilson, who's a captain, actually. See if he accepts his deal. He does. We got Taven Bryan as well. He wants a $7 million deal. We get him back, too. We got Andrew Wingard, our one of our backup safeties. We give him a deal. And the rest of these guys, we got Trey Burton. I'm going to let him go, though. Aldon Smith was really nice for us, but we're going to let these guys go. Cameron Wake just turned 40, so we're going to let those guys go. But, I mean, we were going to have some money in free agency, which is going to be nice to have. We're going to definitely have to get a tight end. Definitely get a tight end for Trey. What's his name? Trevor Lawrence. I forgot his name. Devontae Adams is a free agent. That's amazing to see. Jadeveon Clowney's a free agent as well. He'd be a nice pickup for the squad, and he's only 29. But the tight ends available, they got O.J. Howard, who's 27. David Njoku's 26. I think I'm going to go with David Njoku. He probably has the most upside, and he fits our scheme. So let's see if we can pick him up. He's an 80 overall. See if he signs with us. Offensive line is all right. We lost Andrew Norwell because he didn't want to stay with us. So we just have Ben Barch for now. Center, we have Brandon Linder. But I'm just going to sign like Samuel Stapierre to be a backup. Right guard, we have AJ Cann. We also have Alex Kappa. We could try to go for Alex Kappa and move one of them to the other side. I don't think that would be too bad. Sign Alex Kappa, move one to the right side. Not too bad. D-line, I feel like I should go for Jadeveon Clowney. I might just go for him. You know, I think he'd want to join the Jags. A nice defense. You know what I'm saying? D-line is looking pretty good. We got some young hitters here who could really could perform for us. And right end, I feel like we could leave that position up to get drafted. We have Caleb Johnson at that left outside linebacker position. I want to get a better number 2, but we could obviously draft one. And then for the right outside linebacker, we're just gonna sign a backup, you know, just to have that depth. Just the Kylie Fitz for a backup position. Corners are good for now. Safeties, I had no problem with how they worked. Quarterback, we got T-Law. Running backs, we got James Robinson and Etienne. So, with that being said, let's advance to the next week. See if we get those free agents. So, we got Njoku, Kappa, Musafir, and Jadeveon Clowney rejected us. So, we still have to go for someone there. But, when we look at our team, we're going to trade. We're going to change Alex Kappa to left guard. That's one of our better pickups for the O-line. He's going to definitely help out a lot, as we did lose Andrew Norwell. So we're going to move him to left guard, which is nice. Jadeveon Clowney rejected us, so we're going to have to try to see if we could get someone again. We have about $19 million available. Devontae Adams is still a free agent. We don't need Devontae, so we're not even going to waste our time trying to get someone for that much value. But we're gonna try for Dean Lowry. So a light little deal, like $4 million, just in case we can't pick up anyone. And Cameron Wake is a free agent still, but he didn't. I don't think he registered even a sack for us. I don't remember. But let's advance to next week. Dean Lowry rejected us, so he thinks there's better for him. So we're gonna have to build through the draft to get some DNs to help us out. So we have the 27th pick in the draft. Of course, we had a pretty high. We had a pretty good season, so hopefully there's some late round sleepers for us. That'd be really nice. We don't need running backs or receivers, so we're good on that. DN, they have a kid named Joe Bullock. He's a late first rounder. He's a power rusher. They also have Riley Mazjeka. Seems pretty nice too. Left end, they got Dell Fitzsimmons. He's an early first rounder. He'd be pretty nice for us. I'm going to pick him up, Dell Fitzsimmons. He's 77 overall. He's number 8 in true value. So he should be a beast for us. He's going to be wearing number 68. So let's see if he helps us out. Let's go to our next pick. Now that we're here in the second round, we got safeties that we could go after. If there is a right end, we might just go for him. There isn't. Left outside linebacker, they have a bunch, but they don't fit our scheme. Corners, they have some, but it doesn't fit our scheme either. They have a kid named Marcus Vernon. He's a mid-first rounder, strong safety. He's run support. I'm going to draft him because why not? He'll help out the squad. 75 overall, not too bad. And then if there's like an offensive lineman, you know, in the later rounds, like this round, for example, like if we go for a center, no one's available. Right tackle, right guard, nothing's available. Left guard, nothing. Left tackle, nothing. Tight end, we could go Wes Devlin. That'd be nice to have another tight end to back up our guys. So we work on the tight end situation properly, and then we're gonna just trade. We're just gonna trade away the rest of our high picks, and then show you guys the rest of what happened. Now, if we look at the draft recap, after we trade away those guys, we got a running back, a corner, a middle linebacker, a guard, a receiver, and a D tackle. So we had a lot of picks that I ended up letting them just keep moving with. And so now we're going to head into the first week of preseason. I'm going to show you guys the roster. We're facing the Packers right now, too. Sheesh. But if we look at this, we got... So if we look at our squad now, this is what the offense looks like after making those adjustments. Team's looking pretty solid. Looks actually better than last season for sure. We still have Marvin Jones, so that's pretty nice. We kept the whole receiver crew for T-Law. Running backs are looking pretty good. We got David Njoku as a pickup for the offense. D-line isn't looking too bad. We have Dell Fitzsimmons at left end, so we got that rookie. We're going to see how he performs for us. We also have the safety in Vernon. I want to start him over Wilson, and I think I'm going to try to sign a backup middle linebacker just so in case, like, you know, Miles Jack goes down, we don't have a 69 overall player trying to like hold it down for him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go Devondre Campbell. He's a field general, so I think he should be able to hold it down, hopefully. And then we're gonna sim through to the playoffs and see if we could replicate what we did. We actually ended up going 9-8, but we did not make the playoffs. Apparently, the Texans went 11-6, Colts went 10-7, Titans went 9-8, and we went 9-8. So I don't believe we made the playoffs. We had to upgrade our guys though, so this is I wouldn't consider this a down season, but it didn't say we get current roster count. Yeah, so we didn't make it. So let's take a look at our stats, see if any of our guys were top tier here. So Jadeveon Clowney went in, had 22 sacks somewhere else, so that's cool. You know, he could have helped us out. But our offense was 17th. T-Law was 9th in passing yards, but he was 17th in passing TDs. And our defense was 8th. So our defense still did their thing. 28 TDs, 16 picks for T-Law. Not the greatest. James Robinson definitely got injured. David Njoku had 1,000 yards, led our team. Pretty nice. Defense, Miles Jack led the team in tackles, had 5 sacks and 3 picks. Del Fitzsimmons had 8.5 sacks, so that's good for a rookie. Josh Allen had a down year for only 4.5 sacks. And not a lot of interceptions going on for the defense. So kind of a down year for our team. We still ended up going 9-8, but we didn't get to do what we were supposed to do. So, and James Robinson's back from injury, obviously, because why not? And we're gonna see who made the Pro Bowl. See if any of our guys made it. So if you look at the Pro Bowl roster, we got, so T-Law did not make it, but for receivers, no one. Tight end, none of our guys made it. Wow. Offensive line, no one made it. D-line, none of our guys made it, not even from the linebackers. Corners, not even them either. So none of our guys made the Pro Bowl, which is gonna put a lot of anger in them, gonna make them want to just perform even better. Super Bowl this year is Chiefs Seahawks. We're gonna see who takes that. We get to upgrade our players though. Del Fitzsimmons probably got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Perfect. I'm glad we picked him up because we needed more help on that D-line, because that D-line was looking atrocious. But Chiefs ended up winning that Super Bowl 31-21. Alvin Kamara won Super Bowl MVP. Del Fitzsimmons won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Exactly what we wanted. And I'm not going to fire any of our staff because they did help us go 13-4. We had a positive season, so we're going to re-sign our guys here. See who wants to get re-signed. James Robinson, you're a beast for us. You're our guy. I'm going to re-sign you for sure. We get him back onto the team. We got Josh Allen. He had a down year. He wants a lot of money. He does. But I'm going to re-sign him. He's a key player for our team, and it only makes sense. So $110 million. I would like to play for a new team next year. Whoa. At least I'm going to have to franchise tag Josh Allen. I don't know why you're trying to leave. Brandon Linder. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to try to re-sign him for 10 mil. He's going to want to go in free agency. That's okay. We got Josh Lambo. We're going to have to end up, like, drafting a center, hopefully. Why are you guys not trying to re-sign? That doesn't make sense. We're going to have to definitely get a new right guard if he doesn't take this. Okay, so no one wants to re-sign all of a sudden because we had one down year. We got Doug Costin, our D tackle. Yeah, you got to stay on the team. You're one of our defensive guys, man. What the heck is wrong with you? We got Juwan Taylor, nothing special, but we're going to just re-sign him because he's solid. We got Dewan Smoot. I want to re-sign him as a backup. Yep. Got Gardner Minshew. I know he's going to want a hefty deal, but I'm going to re-sign him for 53 mil. We're going to re-sign him long-term. And then we got Sam Mustafier. Not too bad. So we got Gardner Minshew as our long-term backup just in case we get any crazy injuries. But as we head into the first week of free agency, we have about $30 million available to spend. And let's start making some moves. So Tyreek Hill is a free agent. So is J.J. Watt. I like Del Fitzsimmons at where he's at, so we're going to keep him there. We could move J.J. to the right end position because we don't have anyone there except Taven Bryan. And Yannick Ngakoue's there. But Zadarius Smith's a free agent. We're going to try to give him some money. See if he will join us. We're going to give Zadarius Smith some money. He'll be a beast for us. And in the middle, we definitely need a middle linebacker. I'm going to try to see if we could sign... actually, no. We could always draft someone. Always forget about that. Right up to linebacker position, we're going to just sign someone just for the backup situation, just in case Josh Allen wants to have a bad season again. We'll just put this youngin, make him like put some work in. Corners are good. I'm okay with that. Safeties are okay. We got Vernon doing his thing. Kicker, I'm gonna sign Young Hoo Cool because he's very valid, I'd say. Quarterback is good. Running back is good. Fullback, we could always go with a fullback. Could help us out. Maybe with the run game. Who knows? Sign Alec Ingle to a deal. An unnecessary deal for a fullback, but why not? Receivers, we're good for right now. I don't think we need to change anything. Center is the position of need. I think I would like to get Nick Gates just in case we're not able to draft the center. So just in case we're not able to draft the center, we go for Nick Gates. Everyone in the AFC South is trying to get him. So that's fun. We also don't have a right guard. So I'm going to just sign Lucas Patrick just for depth purposes. And let's see if we pick up these guys. So we have to get a couple key positions in this draft for sure. But if we head into next week of free agency. So we ended up getting Alex Ingold, Nick Gates, Young Hoo Koo, and Zadarius Smith. So that's perfect. We just shored up our left outside linebacker position. That pressure is going to be immense now with Josh Allen and Zadarius Smith. So that's pretty nice. We're going to next week of free agency. We got Lucas Patrick, so we got some depth at the guard position. Not too bad. And then we go into the last week of free agency. Justin Hollins, our backup, he accepted a contract, so that's pretty good. So now we're in the draft. We went 9-8, so our pick shouldn't be too low. We got the 16th pick in the draft, not too bad. And with the 16th pick in the draft, we could go with a lot of positions here. I mean, like, we could go with a lot of positions. Guard position, we could go with the center position. Matthew Tyson, early first. Let's just pick him up. 75 overall, perfect. We just got our starting center. And then let's go to our next pick. Next pick is crucial because we do need D linemen for sure. We definitely do need D linemen. I say we go for a right end for sure. We got a kid named Tevin Wooden. We got Miles Roberts. And we also got Harold Rice. D tackles, they got a kid named Nick Tate. He's a late first rounder. We could pick him up and then trade one of our right ends. So I'm going to pick him up and probably trade like Doug Costin maybe. And then with our next pick, I'm going to see if we can get like a backup like inside linebacker or something. Someone who's still sitting, who should have been drafted, you know. So a right end. Tevin Wooden's still sitting here. Yeah, let's go with Tevin Wooden. Why not? 69 overall. Okay. Not too bad, nothing too crazy. But, and then our next pick is the pick 20. Connor Cofield. Oh, damn. They just got a nice right guard. Right guard, they have a kid named Josh Howard. He's a mid-4th rounder. Middle linebacker, they have a kid here named Ricky Wilson. He's a late second. We're going to pick him up. 69 overall, not too bad. And then we're going to sim through the rest of this draft. He's back from injury. We're going to take a look at our draft recap. So after getting these guys, they drafted some other players. Some more depth purposes, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. But we're going to advance to the first week of preseason. We have an 80 offense and an 80 defense now. I think we should try to go with trading away one of those D tackles, like I was saying, for the right end position. So we're going to look at one of our D tackles. We got Devon Hamilton, Doug Costin, and Nick Tate. So Doug Costin he'll take the L, but we're looking for a right end to help us out. Bilal Nichols, I'm not a fan from last time I tried getting him. He did not help us out. Maybe it's Myles Garrett. Maybe we could try going for Myles Garrett. Give them a lot. We can't even afford giving them Myles Garrett. But they're looking for a receiver. And, you know, if we gave them Laviska, let's see if this would work. Okay, so they're just not going to accept that. Okay, makes sense. You know, it makes sense. But we're looking for a right end. Someone that fits the scheme, obviously. We got Frank Clark, who wasn't too bad. Christian Wilkins, Josh Sweat, Grady Jarrett is playing right end for them now. How about if we go for Chase Young? I doubt this would go through. Yeah, Chase Young is way too valuable for them. But You got Leonard Williams, who's a lot of cap. I don't think I'd want to go with that. Jets had a lot of right ends. Packers have LeAngelo Bryant. Panthers have Ida Gross-Motos. I think I'd go with Chase Winovich. Chase Winovich. Okay, so we're gonna go with Chase Winovich, and we're gonna throw in one of our we're gonna throw in a 6 and Doug Costin for Chase Winovich. They said that they feel like that doesn't bring enough value, so we're gonna give him a 5th as well. So we get Chase Winovich, we get our right end situated, and then we're looking to just trade one of our 4s for a right guard. I don't think that'd be too bad of a move to make. They got David DeCastro and AJ Cann on that squad. Got Austin Corbett, a 4 for Austin Corbett. They said it needs a little bit more value, so we're gonna give him a 3rd straight up for Austin Corbett. That goes through, so we just shored up the offensive line and picked up a defensive player. So with making that move, we're gonna take a look at the team now as we head into this 3rd season. And this is the offense. We got Tyson here, who that rookie we drafted. We got Alex Kappa. We got Austin Corbett at right guard. We got Juwan Taylor, not too bad. Tight ends are looking good. Receivers, we got DJ Chark and Laviska. James Robinson, Travis Etienne doing their thing. And we got Trevor Lawrence throwing the rock, of course. Linebackers are good. We have Zadarius Smith now. He's going to be helping us out with the pass rush along with Josh Allen. We got Chase Winovich, and we got Del Fitzsimmons. So our team should be, on paper, should be amazing. Should be amazing. So let's see if they could actually replicate that, and let's see if we get the job done. So we actually ended up going 8-9, which makes no sense. The team, like, we start off 13-4, and now we're barely even winning games. Like, maybe we gotta like change it up how we sim. I think that's what we gotta do. T-Law wasn't even anywhere here for like when it comes to stats, so obviously there's a problem. Our offense was 8th. T-Law was 4th in passing yards and 6th in passing TDs, but our defense was what? Defense was 23rd. 35 touchdowns, 19 picks for T-Law. That's bad. James Robinson had 17 TDs. DJ Chark had 1,100 yards. So our offense was fine. Defense, though, Zadarius Smith had 11 sacks. Josh Allen only had 7. Marcus Vernon led the team in sacks. Oh, man, Miles Jack must have got injured. Del Fitzsimmons had 9.5 sacks. Chase Winovich had 6.5. So we got the pressure. Pressure definitely got there. But Miles Jack definitely got, like, injured or something. So I think our next move should try to be, like, draft, like, simming through the middle of the season. I think that would work. But we're going to put our stat points in and then keep it. Now here we are re-signing our players. So Miles Jack ended up breaking his femur, so that's why we were missing him. But we're going to re-sign him, giving him 50 mil, because why not? Josh Allen, he kind of bounced back this season. He's going to ask for a lot, but he's a player that's worth it with his caliber. So we get him back onto the team. Shaquille Griffin has been locked down for us. So it's only, he wants a 1-year deal worth 15 million. I don't know. Whoa, I don't think you're that crazy. I don't know about that one right there. But CJ Henderson, definitely one of our guys for sure. We get him back long term. Laviska, we got to definitely get him back long term as well. He's been holding it down for us too. One of our reliable receivers. Got Alex Kappa as well. We had him change to left guard, and he's been holding it down for us. So we're just going to have to re-sign those guys. We got Devon Hamilton. Solid D tackle. I mean, don't really ask too much out of him. He just holds it down. We got Cam Robinson, our left tackle again. We got Caleb Chasson. We're going to keep him as a backup. He thinks free agency will be better. Goodbye to him. Cam Robinson on another 2-year deal. Why not? I feel like that will work out perfectly for us. It does. And then we got Colin Johnson, one of our depth receivers. We're going to pick him up. We do. We got Andrew Wingard as well. I like making sure our backups are straight, so we get him back. Ben Barch is a backup too. We also got Lucas Patrick as our backup. We also have Jake Lewin, who's been here as one of our quarterbacks, but we do not need him. Franchise tag, no. Caleb Chasson, you're gone. Shaquille Griffin, I'm letting you go. So we re-signed the guys we need to re-sign. We just need another corner, and I feel like this next season should be a good season. I mean, there's no way like we went 8-9 with the squad we had. So we have 24 million available. We need a corner. We definitely need a corner. Daniil Hunter's a free agent, but we already have our guy. Running backs were good too. Corners is definitely a position of need. Adoree Jackson's a free agent. He's getting interest from the Saints and Packers, so we're going to put ourselves in the mix. We're going to give him a pretty hefty deal, I'd say. It gives us about 106 total points. Puts us in the lead. We're probably not going to be able to get him because we never get the guys for some reason. But Mike, whoa. Rayshawn Jenkins is on a contract of 35 mil over 4 years. When did he finesse us? What? We're going to try to sign Micah Hyde, though, to help us out on the defensive side of things. When did he finesse us? I'm, like, so shocked right now. Tight end is good. Left tackle is good. Offensive line is good overall. When did Rayshawn Jenkins finesse us like that? Okay. First and foremost, let's get rid of Rayshawn Jenkins. 35 mil over 4 years? You gotta be kidding me. Like, you actually gotta be kidding me. Like, there's not a chance in hell that I signed off on that. Yeah, I just don't think I did at all. Alright, where are you hiding at? Because that's a crazy contract. That is a ridiculous contract, if you ask me. Gardner Minshew's here as our backup. Like, look, he's just sitting here, taking that much money, and you're not even playing. Get out of here. Give us our bread back. Like, what are you doing? What are you really doing? So, we ended up getting Micah Hyde, but Adoree Jackson rejected us. We can never get a corner no matter how much money we give them. I'm going to try again with another corner. Hopefully they do sign with us. I mean, Marcus Peters could hold it down for us. William Jackson at 31. Avonte Maddox isn't too bad either. We got Rocky Sin. But I want to get someone who's solid. Someone I know that will hold it down. So, we're going to give Marcus Peters a deal. I feel like he'll be able to do his thing. Come to the Jacksonville. And provide his veteran knowledge for us. You know what I'm saying? Got Zadarius, who's now an 81. So, he's going to keep regressing until God knows how long. But middle linebackers, I'm going to sign Jalen Smith because I think it's vital that we get a middle linebacker just in case Miles Jack wants to get injured again. So we're going to sign Miles Jack, or try to at least. And those are all the moves we really need to make. I mean, our team is pretty solid, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really solid nonetheless. So we got Jalen Smith and Marcus Peters. So I think in this draft we'll focus on getting, like, you know, a corner. Definitely focus on getting like a corner and a left outside linebacker just for like future purposes. So we're going to start drafting. We did go about 8 and 9, I believe. But we have the first pick. We have the 16th pick again. So Preston Meadows went to the Falcons. So that was how we went over there. Left guard, we got a kid named Lamar Noble. He's a late first rounder. And they also have a kid named Danny Rowe, who's an early second. Offensive line, they do have some gems at the guard. They also have this left tackle, Brian Cutler. Let's see. D tackles, they got Alani Hines. Doesn't look too bad. They got Mac Worthen, who doesn't look too bad either. Left outside linebacker, they got a kid named Keon Langley. He's a run stopper though. Can he pass rush? That's the question. He has B+ block shedding. That could be a pickup, honestly. They also got a corner here named Jamal Rivers. He looks pretty fast. You know, I'm going to go with Jamal Rivers. Why not? We need that new corner. He's a 76 overall, so he'll be our guy once Marcus Peters is up. And hopefully we can get that left outside linebacker in the second round. That'd be perfect for us. See if we could like try to get him real quick. If we could get him, that'd be amazing. Yes, we could. Keon Langley, perfect. He's going to be the backup to Zadarius. That is our future guy. So now we could sim to the end of the draft. Let's take a look at the team now, what we're working with as we go into this, I think, 4th season. T-Law's a 90. We got a good running back crew. Receivers are pretty nice. Offensive line is pretty solid, too. We got good tight ends. Defense, we ended up getting some new guys. So Miles Jack is still injured. He has broken femur. He'll be back by the regular season start. But linebackers are still looking good. D-line is looking pretty solid, of course. Got a kid named Harrison. Some kid named Kevin Harris. I don't even know who he is. He's just a gem here. We got some good D tackles. Corners are not too bad. We got some youngins. And then our secondary is going to be looking pretty good. So hopefully these guys can get the job done. So we're going to sim this time. We're going to sim by like going. Mitch Price got signed for our practice squad. Miles Jack is back from injury. We're going to upgrade our players. We're not going to keep simming it the regular old way because we just kept losing games. Like, it didn't even make sense. But here we are. A sim to the middle of the season. And see how we're doing. So we're actually 4-3, second in our division. We just beat the Broncos 28-14. Not too bad. See how we're doing statistically as we continue onwards. We're facing the Packers next week as well. So let's just sim to that. Get to upgrade our guys again. The Packers are 3-5 currently. And we're gonna upgrade our guys just so you know, they're looking solid. And let's look at statistics so far. Cam Newton's still in the league. I did not know that. Kenny Clark has 8 sacks as a D tackle. But stats are we're 15th. T-Law is 7th in NFL with 17 passing TDs so far. Our defense is 5th. So our defense is doing pretty well. T-Law is doing pretty well. Receivers are doing just about well. Defense, we got Jalen Smith. He has 2.5 sacks and a pick for us. Chase Winovich has 5 sacks. Darius has 3. Josh Allen has 2. Not too bad. We only had 1 interception on defense. That's kind of bad if you think about it. But so we actually ended up going 13-4, but we didn't. We literally did not win like best seed in the NFL or best seed in the AFC. Crazy. So when we went 4-3, we ended up winning just hella games. We only lost once more. Not too bad. I'm glad we're back in this position. I don't know who Greg Maynard is, but we got none of our guys in the stats area. That's annoying. But our offense was 13th. T-Law was 5th in passing TDs with 40. And our defense probably did really well. They were 15th, actually. 40 TDs, 8 picks for T-Law. 1,300 yards, 19 touchdowns for James Robinson. Amazing. 1,000 yards, 12 TDs for DJ Chark. Sacks. Chase Winovich at 13 sacks. Finally producing for us. Exactly what I wanted to see from him. Zadarius Smith with 9.5. Josh Allen with 9. And Del Fitzsimmons, our star D lineman, had only 4, so kind of eh. But we had a good amount of interceptions for the team as well. I want to show you guys the team before we advance to the playoffs. So we're facing Lamar Jackson, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be real fun. But offense, T-Law's a 97. Holy crap. T-Law's a 97. James Robinson's a 96. DJ Chark's a 90. Laviska's an 87. David Njoku's an 85. Offensive line is just about the same. Defense, Miles Jack is a 93. Josh Allen's a 91. Zadarius Smith's an 83. Del Fitzsimmons is a 92. Chase Winovich is an 85. Our corners are just alright. CJ Henderson's an 87 though. Micah Hyde has probably been a great veteran presence in the backfield. But let's see. Hopefully we can win a game against the Ravens. Hopefully we can win a game in the playoffs. We ended up taking a W, 42-35. Perfect. Finally making some moves, you know what I'm saying? Now we're in the divisional. We're facing the Browns. We're facing Miles Jack. We're facing Myles Garrett and Baker Mayfield. Oof, let's see how that goes. We actually took a W. We ended up winning 31-24. Now we're in the conference championship against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Was not expecting that. So this could go either way right now. This could go either way right now. Wow. T-Law versus Patrick Mahomes. This is what it's come down to. Oh shoot. Alright. Let's see who takes it. Let's see who takes it. Away game 1 versus 2. We actually won 42-20. Oh my god. We're in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks now. Finally we're producing how we're supposed to freaking produce. Oh my gosh. We blasted them though. And I don't know who DeAndre Taylor is. He's back from injury though. We don't have to worry about who made the Pro Bowl roster because we in the playoffs. We in the Super Bowl, baby. We in the Super Bowl. We're facing Devontae Adams and the Seahawks. I would say it's a piece of cake, but I'm not going to. Let's see who takes it between us and the Seahawks. And we ended up winning 52-24. That's how you freaking end the video. That just got me hyped. That just got me hyped. Trevor Lawrence won Super Bowl MVP as our first ring. Urban Meyer won Coach of the Year. We just took off in the offseason, in the playoffs. We took off. We were the second seed. We were not letting anyone get in our way. That's what I like to see. That's like one of my best rebuilds. I'm happy. I'm actually so happy. Let's see how it went. Let's see how these games went. So, postseason, we went from wild card to Super Bowl, and we put up 30 or more points in each game. So, first game against the Ravens. T-Law threw 3 touchdowns and a pick and then get sacked. Lamar Jackson got sacked. So, damn, there was a lot of rushing TDs in this game. Lamar Jackson cannot be controlled, but James Robinson went off, though. James Robinson did go off. Travis Etienne had a pair of TDs as well. Defense. Dell Fitzsimmons had a sack, and Kevin Finley picked us off. But it was a close game, but we ended up taking it against the Browns. This is a very interesting one. T-Law threw 2 touchdowns and got sacked twice, but Baker got sacked 7 times in this game. Holy crap. James Robinson did his thing running the ball. DJ Chark did well receiving, but holy crap, he got sacked 7 times. Zadarius Smith had 2 sacks. Chase Winovich had 2 sacks. Dell Fitzsimmons had 2 sacks. And Miles Jack had a sack. So these guys were having a feast on him. They were just eating on Baker. And against the Chiefs, this I know was a crazy game. Mahomes had a better pass rating. He had 1 TD though, got sacked 3 times. T-Law had 2 touchdowns and only got sacked once. Travis Etienne did a great job. Both of them had 18 carries and they had over 90 yards, so they could not stop us running the ball. We had 3 touchdowns total between our guys. And defense, Zadarius Smith had 1.5 sacks. Chase Winovich had a sack, and Dell Fitzsimmons had half a sack. Nice. And then in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks, looks like our offense was just on fire. T-Law threw 4 TDs, 1 pick, and got sacked once, while Russell Wilson had 3 TDs. He got picked off once, but got sacked twice. Rushing attack was just alright, you know, just about average. But Colin Johnson did his thing receiving the ball. So did James Robinson. It's pretty good. And then defense, Miles Jack had a sack and Dell Fitzsimmons. Amazing. And then Jamal Adams and Josh Allen both had a pick. But we ended up taking a Super Bowl, and that's how you do it, ladies and gents. Let's go. So T-Law, after a couple years down, is probably going up to this contract season. He's about to go pick it up. Yo, that's amazing. Well, guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what other teams you want to see me rebuild. This was one of our best rebuilds yet, as we kept going with the Jaguars, and they finally did it, and I'm happy. I'm just happy. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, you gotta be a fiend to succeed. Peace.